Hi, my name is Daniel Guzmano, and I research LeBron James. LeBron James is best known for basketball. He plays in the NBA and is one of the best players right now. One thing that makes LeBron James important is that he was determined to reach his goal to become a basketball player. Another thing that makes him important is that he is an amazing basketball player. Some say he is the best. I admire LeBron James the most because he went through harsh events throughout his life and he reached his goal.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Shada and I research Julia Child. Julia Child is best known for making food on a TV show and showing people how to cook delicious meals. One thing that makes Julia Child important is that she made really good cookbooks with her friends and her husband. Another thing that makes her important is that she cooked meals on TV that everyone who replicated it thought it tasted wonderful. I admire Julia Child the most because she showed women and men a fun and new way to cook.
Hi, my name is Emma Hutnick and I research Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall is best known for going out in the wild and playing with chimps and living in the wild for a few years. One thing that makes Jane Goodall important is that she went bravely in the wild for years and spent time with the chimps. Another thing that makes her important is that she showed everyone that chimps are important and our first animal cousins. I admire Jane Goodall the most because she was an animal expert and I love animals and she did too.
Hi, my name is Riley Kohler and I researched Elizabeth. Elizabeth is best known for making peace and not turning back on those who treated her bad. She treated them good. One thing that makes Elizabeth important is that she was in war and helped her people win the war. Another thing that makes her important is that she was in jail and she was lifted, but she was taken to her half-sister. She was free by using kind words. I admire Elizabeth the most because she was tough and she didn't give up on what she believed.
Hi, my name is Olivia Kutz, and I research Sacagawea. Sacagawea is best known for being a Shoshone Indian and became famous as a guide and a translator. One thing that makes Sacagawea important is that she was the only woman on the expedition. Another thing that makes her important is that she was kidnapped at age 12, but didn't worry. She learned how to speak the new language and she learned how to survive with a different tribe. I admire Sacagawea the most because she never gave up and persevered through everything. She was brave and never worried. She knew a solution to every problem.
Hi, my name is Erilyn Kime, and I research Helen Keller. Helen Keller is best known for being an author and being able to talk to other people even though she's blind and deaf. One thing that makes Helen Keller important is that she made a change on how people see blind and deaf people. Another thing that makes her important is that she made books about her life to tell people about how she got through life blind and deaf. I admire Helen Keller the most because she inspired people all around the world that if you are blind and deaf, or even both, you can still make a difference.
Hi, my name is Rose Haley, and I researched Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley is best known for acting really well in circuses and handling guns well. One thing that makes Annie Oakley important is that she proved that women can be powerful and skillful. Another thing that makes her important is that she grew up in a poor family, and she thought that she was bad, but she proved to herself and the world that she was wrong. I admire Annie Oakley because she was a very powerful woman, and she made me feel powerful too.
Hi, my name is Serenity Heffelfinger and I researched Maria Tallchief. Maria Tallchief is best known for being America's first prima ballerina. One thing that makes Maria Tallchief important is that she was America's first prima ballerina. Another thing that makes her important is that she got the Kennedy Center honor for being one of the outstanding artists of the 20th century. I admire Maria Tallchief the most because I do ballet and I want to be as good at ballet as she was.
Hi, my name is Mia Raji and I researched Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart is best known for being one of the only women pilots at her time. She inspired many young girls and women. One thing that makes Amelia Earhart important is that she went for her dreams no matter what people thought. Another thing that makes her important is that she was not afraid to share her opinion. She made sure that her voice was heard. I admire Amelia Earhart the most because she took risks and never gave up on her dreams.
Hi, my name is Zachary Heller, and I researched Dwight D. Eisenhower. Dwight D. Eisenhower is best known for being the general who led the D-Day operation in World War II. He was also the 34th president. One thing that makes Dwight D. Eisenhower important is that he was one of the most important generals of all time. Another thing that makes him important is that he was president through the Cold War. It didn't accuse Russian civilians of being communist. I admire Dwight D. Eisenhower the most because he was important to America's win in World War II.
Hi, my name is Brianna, and I researched Pocahontas. Pocahontas is best known for saving John Smith's life and for being the first Indian girl to marry a white man. One thing that makes Pocahontas important is that she saved John Smith's life. She did this by putting her head on his right before his head got smashed. Another thing that makes her important is that she was the first Indian girl to marry a white man at 18 years old. I admire Pocahontas the most because she is brave and strong and because she is adventurous, and I like adventure.
Hi, my name is Richie Will, and I researched Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. is best known for playing soccer and being the second best player on the Brazil soccer team ever and has the biggest salary. One thing that makes Neymar Jr. important is that he plays soccer. Another thing that makes him important is that he followed in his father's footsteps in his dream of being a soccer player. And I admire Neymar Jr. The most because I wanted to be a soccer player that is as good as him.
Hi, my name is Bryce Dunn, and I researched George Herman Ruth Jr. George Herman Ruth Jr. is best known for playing baseball and his famous home run streak. One thing that makes George Herman important is that he set the home run record for one season. Another thing that makes him important is that he had the most home runs in his whole career. I admire Babe Ruth the most because he was a poor boy, but then he grew up to be one of the best baseball players in the world.
Hi, my name is Dylan Kramer, and I researched George Lucas. George is best known for all Star Wars and Indiana Jones movies. One thing that makes George Lucas important is that he wanted to be a race car driver, and he nearly died in a car accident. Another thing that makes him important is that he is one of the most successful filmmakers of all time. I admire George Lucas the most because he is a hard worker and puts in a good effort with everything he did.
Hi, my name is Kaylin Animato, and I researched Anne Frank. Anne Frank is best known for her diary during World War II. Anne Frank was writing what was going on and how she was feeling. The notebook became a book when Anne died and when her dad published it. One thing that made Anne Frank important is that she told about her feelings when she was hiding from the Nazis and how difficult times were for the Jews. Another thing that made her important is that she made people aware of the struggles during hiding in World War II. I admire Anne Frank the most because she went through a lot of pain and was able to let people know the struggle she had during World War II.
Hi, my name is Caden Farina, and I researched George Washington. George Washington is best known for his excellent horse riding. One thing that makes George Washington important is that he was the very first president. Another thing that makes him important is that he led everyone to America, where you can be free. I admire George Washington the most because he is a great leader.
Hi, my name is John McKenna, and I researched George Ruth. George Ruth is best known for being one of the best baseball players in history. One thing that makes George Ruth important is that he was a role model for kids during World War I. Another thing that makes him important is that he broke so many records while playing baseball. I admire George Ruth the most because he is one of the most hardworking people I've ever seen.
Hi, my name is Tyler Daniel Herrera, and I researched Stan Lee. Stan Lee is best known for being the person who made most of the famous Marvel characters. One thing that makes Stan Lee important is that he is making comics and drawing and entertaining everyone, also working at Timely. Another thing that makes him important is that he draws comics and got famous for them. I admire Stan Lee the most because he is very smart, he does not give up, and cares for his family and children. I think he's very responsible.
My name is Matthew Shearer. I researched Harry Houdini. Harry Houdini is best known for his magic and escapes. One thing that makes Houdini important is that he made magic and money to help World War I. Another thing that makes him important is that he did magic in orphanages for free. I admire Houdini the most because he helps people.
Hi, my name is Christian Bellustracci, and I researched Richard Branson. Richard Branson is best known for his airline company, Virgin Airlines, and for his speeches saying, "If you have an idea, try it, and if you fall on your face, pick yourself back up and try again." One thing that makes Richard Branson important is that he owns the Virgin Airlines. Another thing that makes him important is that he is a famous billionaire. I admire Richard Branson the most because of his speeches.
Hi, my name is Morgan Heim, and I researched Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman is best known for freeing slaves from slavery and being a Civil War spy. One thing that makes Harriet Tubman important is that she freed dozens of slaves and tried to help everyone she encountered. Another thing that makes her important is that she was a Civil War spy and later a nurse that helped injured people on the battlefield. I admire Harriet Tubman the most because she was a brave woman that cares so much about other people.
Hi, my name is Lizzie Dubitsky, and I researched Carly Lloyd. Carly Lloyd is best known for being a soccer player on the women's national soccer team. One thing that makes Carly Lloyd important is that she is really athletic. Another thing that makes her important is that she is very good at soccer. I admire Carly Lloyd the most because she is a very good soccer player, and I want to be just like her.
Hi, my name is Lucky Hodge, and I researched LeBron James. LeBron James is best known for being a famous basketball player because his dream was to become one. One thing that makes LeBron James important is that he was the youngest player ever to be named NBA Rookie of the Year. Another thing that makes him important is that he was the first player ever to be named Ohio's Mr. Basketball 3 times in its history. I admire LeBron James the most because he worked so hard to become who he is in the NBA and is a role model to kids who are his fans.
Hi, my name is Michael Mott, and I researched George Washington. George Washington is best known for being the first president, also the Revolutionary War. One thing that makes George Washington important is that he was a farmer after he was a president. Another thing that makes him important is that he was a general in the Revolutionary War. I admire George Washington the most because he did not run away from the war, he stuck with the war.
Hi, my name is Nicole Powers. I researched Henry Ford. Henry Ford is the best known as making the first car. One thing that makes Henry Ford important is that he made the first cars for people who can drive them. Another thing that makes him important that Henry Ford was the first one to open a motor company. I admire Henry Ford the most because he taught how to make the first car.
Hi, my name is Gavin Fatzinger, and I research Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson is best known for writing the Declaration of Independence. One thing that makes Thomas Jefferson important is that he was the third president of the United States. Another thing that makes him important is that he designed the University of Virginia. I admire Thomas Jefferson the most because he loved America and he was a hard worker.